Here we go. Hey, thank you guys for being patient with me. I knew that there was something on somewhere, but I couldn't figure out where it was on, like where it was. So, but that's all done. So thanks for being patient with me. I was trying something new out, and I think we're there. Okay, so I'm Brenda Geary. Welcome to another educational workshop here, just an educational session. And so what I want to do this evening is I want to dig a little bit deeper into our TrueScience skincare regimen. So for those of you guys that are on this page, you're either current customers or you're individuals that have expressed an interest in learning a little bit more about the science of our products. And oftentimes we're talking about the little yellow pill. We're talking about Protandim NRF1. We're talking about Protandim NRF2. We've talked about the activated essentials. But today what I want to do is I want to dig a little bit deeper into our skincare regimen, and just wanted to share a little bit more about what makes this product line different from anything else that you're seeing out there, either in the department stores or any other companies that you might be looking at, okay? And so when we talk about NRF2 for the inside of the body, what we're talking about is literally slowing down the aging process internally and slowing down that process that's related to why we age and how we age internally. So NRF2 for the skin, that is where we're literally looking at slowing down the aging process of your skin. And we're using that NRF2 technology to do that. In fact, just so that you guys know, Protandim is first to market, and we have the very first patented and the only patent ever for a skincare regimen that is NRF2 activation topically, okay? And what we're doing with that, our skincare, is we're really repairing and protecting your skin. So what I'm gonna do right now is I wanna be able to share my screen so that I can go through a real quick slide. And I'm gonna share with you the various pieces of the skincare regimen, and then I'm gonna show you a host of pictures, just because I really believe that I can talk a lot about what the skincare does, but the power is truly in seeing pictures of real people's experiences, okay? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna take us to the presentation right here. Okay, so one of the things that's really interesting is that, skincare has evolved. What we use for skincare has evolved, from harsh soaps to exfoliating. Just a lot of different products and a lot of different trends have occurred over time. We're looking at lightening products, and then antioxidants, direct retinols, and then all of a sudden in 2009, we have TrueScience, and that's NRF2 for the skin. Now, how did TrueScience come to be? Well, it's really fascinating, because what happened was that when that ABC primetime news report aired that so many of you guys have seen, there were a number of research institutions that were watching it, and they were reaching out to LifeVantage so that they could get their hands on Protandim NRF2 and study areas of interest from a disease perspective that they were interested in. Well, Louisiana State University was one of those research institutions that reached out to LifeVantage, and they got their hands on Protandim, and they were specifically interested in what could happen when you take Protandim and you lower oxidative stress, because they know, and they knew at the time, that oxidative stress was linked directly to skin cancer. So in their models that they did, they found that Protandim broke the link in skin cancer, actually reducing the duplication and multiplication of skin cancer cells. And so now today, we actually have three published peer-reviewed studies by Louisiana State where they've dug really deep into the power of lowering oxidative stress for skin cancer. It was after their first study that they came back to the company and they made a recommendation. They recommended to the company that they said, well, if Protandim is NRF2 is lowering oxidative stress internally, can you guys take the application and the science of lowering that oxidative stress topically, internally, and create an external application for that? Because we all know that everything that touches our skin gets absorbed, and our skin is our largest organ, so it is subjected to the largest amount of oxidative insult, right? So the company said, wow, let's give it a shot. So what we're talking about, the genesis is because of what Louisiana State University saw Protandim doing internally, protecting against oxidative stress. Our skincare regimen came to exist because the company was kind of challenged to create a topical version of Protandim, okay? So when you think about aging, and this is just a simulated image, but these are all the things that happen to us as we age. We get the wrinkles, and you have the loss of firmness, and you have dark circles, and you get dark spots, and just dullness, right? And so what can we do, and what happens when you can slow that aging process down at the topical level and really give the skin what it needs? So our TrueScience skincare regimen is a 4-piece regimen that is working together to really protect our skin, slow down that aging of our skin. Topically, it goes 7 layers deep, and it's really protecting our skin. And so there's 4 pieces to it. There's an ultra gentle cleanser, a perfecting lotion, an eye serum, and an anti-aging cream. So it's a 4-piece system. And when it first came out, the company actually did an 8-week clinical study. It was really super technical the way that they did this, but they had all these people, and they actually were going to this location, and they would actually measure very structured clinical study. But they actually did this clinical study over an 8-week period. And I'll share a little bit about a little of those results with you. But it really is, again, taking NRF2 and applying it in a topical application. And so when folks tried the product over that 8-week period of time, that same group of people, they were tested week after week after week. They reported that 95% of the participants reported more moisturized and hydrated skin. 94% of the participants reported smoother skin. 88% reported brighter and more luminous skin, and then 87% felt like their skin, that they had younger looking skin. And so the skincare regimen is botanically based, just like Protandim, and it is really going after mitigating the visible signs of aging. Again, plant-based with many of these same ingredients that you see in Protandim here, okay? So the Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser, I love that. I use it, and I use it on my face. For those of you guys that have really sensitive skin, it's great for sensitive skin. There's many people, including myself, will use one of those fluffy pads, those little wash fluffy things. And if you put some on there, you can actually bathe in it. You can actually use it as your a gentle cleanser, and you can actually bathe your entire body in it. And there are individuals like myself that I also use it as my shampoo. So when we are talking about the skincare regimen, it's not just a facial product line, but it also is a whole body product line. And so it's sulfate free. And it's really removing that dirt and oil without stripping the natural oils in the skin barrier. And they actually also did a clinical study for men. And so, and they did a shaving study. And what they found was that the skincare regimen, they used the facial cleanser, the toner, and the moisturizer. And they found that the skincare regimen is great for men because when they're shaving, you've got this sharp object scraping their skin, and they found that it protected the skin of men. And with really, they were able to prove and measure the way that NRF2 activation was protecting the men from shaving, from the assaults of shaving, okay? So then you have your gentle cleanser, and then you have your perfecting lotion. And the perfecting lotion is really a hybrid toner and serum. And even though it's called a lotion, it's not really like a lotion, like a cream. It's a little bit runnier, but it's not the consistency of a toner because it's not like an astringent, but it is, you just put like a quarter size, and then your face, your neck, your décolleté, and once again, this product here is not just for your face, it's not just for your décolleté, it can be used everywhere on your body. It is in a larger bottle because the intention is for you to protect all of your skin from oxidative stress. And you see here some of the statistics around 92% of the participants felt that the skin felt cleaner and more refreshed, and that the skin, 87% reported that the skin appeared more brighter and more luminous. Then there's an eye corrector serum. And so it's really, that eye serum is really focused on the fine lines and wrinkles around your eyes. And one thing that's unique about this serum, you guys, is that there are so many serums out on the market. And one of the things that they always say is for you not to put it directly on the eye fold. They're telling you to put it around your eyes, but not to get it directly on your eyes. Ours is so gentle the way it works that you can put it on the eye folds, and I'm going to show you a couple pictures later that will show you the great results that people have when they do that, okay? So 82% of the participants felt that their eyes looked, that the skin around their eyes looked younger and brighter, that the crow's feet were less noticeable, and 72% said that the skin around the eyelid, on the eyelid, is less droopy. Think about that, you guys, that's powerful. And then there's the anti-aging cream. And that anti-aging, oh, by the way, let me go back for 1 second to the eye corrector serum. Okay, so when we look at the eye corrector serum, and remember I said that there's so many different applications for the eye corrector serum. So a couple things that Dr. Chevereau, the formulator, our chief science officer. And by the way, does anybody remember the product Strivectin? Strivectin is the #1, or was the #1 anti-aging cream out there. Originally it came out for stretch marks, but then the application was that they found it was really great for wrinkles. Dr. Chevereau, is the formulator of Strivectin, you guys. And she's our chief science officer. And she says that what we have with the TrueScience regimen far outweighs what the application is of Strivectin. So she also always gives us little hints. So she has said that the eye serum is not just for your eyes, okay? She also said, and I've used it, you guys, but whenever I have a breakout, she said, if you have a breakout, like an acne breakout, she said, take some of the eye serum and apply it directly to the place where you're breaking out. If you've got some extra deep wrinkles somewhere, take that eye serum and apply it directly where you have some of those deep lines. So I know for me, I've been applying it like crazy here. I've been applying it here, and I've got these folds right here and some stuff happening right here. I use that stuff, and I'm not just using it on my eyes. And then another little hack for you is that the eye serum, if you've got really, really dry lips, especially in the wintertime, if you've got dry lips, you can use this eye serum on your lips too to help with your chapped lips. It's crazy, okay? So that's just a couple of hacks for you, and additional applications for the eye serum. Okay. And then finally, we go to the fourth piece, and that's the anti-aging cream. And really what you're doing with that is really, again, for the face, for the neck, for the décolleté. I use it everywhere. I carry it in my purse. And so, 82% of the participants felt like it reduced those fine lines and wrinkles significantly. And by the way, here's another little piece of information that's really important for you that Dr. Chevereau shared. There's so many companies that have a application of their skincare for dry skin, an application of their skincare for people that have oily skin or mid skin. And so people are having to try to figure out, well, which one should I buy for my skin? The thing about our TrueScience skincare regimen that's super special is that one size truly does fit all, because it is self-correct, it's self-pH balances. So you're not having to find a dry skin formula or an oily skin formula. It's going to work for all skin types, just one skincare regimen. And so for those of you guys that are really conscientious about the things that you're putting on your skin, because they matter. You know, within 26 seconds of you putting something on your skin, it's being absorbed into your bloodstream. And so what I love about our skincare regimen is that it is sulfate-free, paraben-free, formaldehyde-free, gluten-free, no GMOs, no petroleums or mineral oils, no artificial colors. It has a very, very light scent, which is yuzu, a Chinese or Japanese grapefruit, and it's pretty much a 30-day supply. And the way that they have it packaged, it also is TSA compliant, so you can travel with the entire set. So let's take a picture tells 1,000 words, right? So let's take a look and see some of the applications of what folks have experienced. This is one of our friends. He's an engineer. And he's, kind of like engineers are like, show me. So he actually just used the TrueScience skincare on half of his face, lower half of his face. And you can see the results that he has here. Now he's got some catch up to do, but he was using the skincare regimen here, and you can tell the difference here. Here's another gentleman. I don't know what it is with guys just doing half their faces, because I don't think a woman would do that. But this picture is a little bit darker. But what I want you to really notice is here. He only used it on half his face. Now take a look here, you guys, and really look here and look here. This is a gentleman that literally, and you see up here, right? This is a gentleman where literally his friends thought that he had had a stroke because of how marked the difference is in this side of his face versus this side of his face, okay? Here's another lady, TrueScience before and after, and just look at the, she's a beautiful woman, but just look at how much softer her skin looks. It's not as ruddy, it's been balanced out. Guys love our skincare just as much as women. My husband uses the skincare set. We have 2 separate sets. He does not share. He gives me a look. This is like liquid gold, you guys. When we travel, this is like liquid gold. He's got his set. I have my set. And he kind of gives me the stink eye. If I take, I'm like, where's the skincare, Anyways, you see this gentleman here, again, under his eyes, and you see the skin fold right here as well, the improvement in the skin fold here. This is a lady, and I want to bring your attention especially to her eye fold. Remember how I said that the TrueScience eye serum, that you could use it on the actual eye fold? Well, here you see the results that she has had. You guys, take a look at this. Just see the difference in how it's lifted her eyes. And there's actually a cosmetic surgeon that said what the skincare had done for her lift was something that would have cost, several, like $20,000 or $30,000 from an eye surgery, I believe. Here's another example, day 0, day 28, and day 60. Again, just to see kind of like the improvements that have been happening in her skin. Here you have another lady that had her results, and you just kind of take a look. She's taken it all the way down here. You see here, you see how deep this line is here. You see how it's really improved there significantly. And here again, and a lot of times why you see these pictures that have day 0 and day 30, that when the skincare regimen came out, the company actually had they challenged folks to take before pictures, and they challenged us to take pictures at the 30-day mark and at the 60-day mark as well. Look at that, you guys. It's powerful. This is, her results are in 10 days. Everyone's results will vary, okay? But just the consistency of using the product will help you to slow down the aging of the skin. One of the folks that we work with, he says, do you want fast aging skin or do you want slow aging skin? Because literally this is the only skincare product that's been proven to slow down this aging at which are, by that 40%. Another young lady that's got some acne issues. Here you see another young lady with some acne issues. I apologize, the light's not great, but if you look really closely, you can really see how some of these pock marks, et cetera, have diminished. Here's the gentleman, once again, ruddy skin. Look at the wrinkles around his eyes, and look at this after picture. Here's another gentleman. Just, you guys, look at this, look here. Look up here, just again, the difference. Now, so many people use the TrueScience for anti-aging. They want pretty skin, okay? So that's a great application for those of you guys that want to use a first-to-market skincare regimen. It's going 7 layers deep, repairing and protecting our skin. But there are so many more applications for the skincare regimen. So I want you guys to be thinking about folks that have psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, and other skin conditions. Here you see a woman that's got, and many times you'll notice that the results are TrueScience. It's really, you want to be thinking about an inside out, outside in approach. So TrueScience on the outside, NRF2 on the outside, and then Protandim on the inside. So you have a woman here that had psoriasis, and here you see her before and afters. And one of the things I love about this picture is that you can tell that she's wearing the same shoes. I love it. Here, just, you know, when a person has surgery, they want to take Protandim on the inside, lowering that inflammation internally, but then also the TrueScience externally on the actual scar while it's healing, not on open skin, you guys. That's a big no-no on open skin because it will burn. It doesn't feel good. But once the skin is closed and scabbed over, certainly, like this gentleman, you can see the difference in his scars. Here's a gentleman also, you know, just kind of look at the improvement of his hand here. Just, you know, the dark spots, how they're improving. And I tell you what, I keep the TrueScience with me at all times. And I'm always just, you know, again, there's a difference in light. I understand that there's a difference in light, but also if you really look, you'll see that some of these sunspots have really, and that discoloration has really been improved between the before and after picture here. Here's a gentleman that had surgery, and he was putting on the TrueScience on his scar. I will tell you guys, many of you guys know that I'm a breast cancer survivor, and it was in both breasts, and I had radiation from one armpit to the other. And I was told by the radiation oncologist that I would have a lot of blistering, a lot of oozing, and it would be really uncomfortable. And I put on the skincare, the TrueScience, after every radiation treatment, and I would put it on a couple times during the day, several times throughout the day, and I did not get the horrible blistering and the oozing and the rashes that they said. My skin did turn dark, but when the skin sloughed off, all the skin underneath was baby soft. And so if you guys know of anybody that's going through radiation treatment, the sooner they can start on this, the better, because I've had some people start on it after they're already burned. But one of the things that my doctor was surprised about was how long it actually took for me to show that my skin was burning, okay? Psoriasis here, again, you see the before and after picture here. Let's see if I can get rid of this here. Okay, so here you see acne. You just kind of see the difference here and here on the skincare. You see here babies. And you know, the worst thing is when you have a baby that's fussy and uncomfortable. So here you have eczema and eczema as well. And the difference here using the skincare regimen. Here's this woman, and she really had a weird undiagnosed, she even says she had a weird undiagnosed type of skin condition. And here you see before, and then here you see her after. And the only thing she's wearing from a makeup perspective is the eyeliner, okay? But literally, she said that she was taking Protandim on the inside and TrueScience, the skincare regimen, on the outside. A baby with eczema again, Here's a gentleman with horrible, horrible psoriasis. You guys, look at this. Look at this. And just look at the smile on his face. That is awesome, the gift. And I just tell people, I don't know what this TrueScience skincare is going to do for you, but what if it could just give you an amazing, amazing result, and you can transform your life and you can transform the life of somebody that you love by sharing this. Here's a lady that had the skin condition here, and I think it was because of diabetes, but look at the before and after. Just, again, TrueScience on the outside and NRF2 on the inside. This is a gentleman that had diabetes, and he had an open sore, and it was really, really hard to cure it. The toe was not healing. So again, TrueScience on the outside, Protandim on the inside, and all of a sudden his toes started to heal. I've heard of other people that have had sores that were not healing that also had diabetes, and that once they started to, again, because it's actually helping the body to do the work itself. And again, we are very compliant in our company. We don't make any claims that our products are, that Protandim NRF2 is treating, mitigating, curing, or preventing. But when you let the body do the work itself, some pretty awesome things can happen. And this is one great example right here. Poison ivy, and just using the TrueScience. I think she had really an allergic reaction to something here. Stretch marks, ladies. If you have stretch marks, again, the consistency of, especially once you find out you're pregnant, is I would even be more proactive. This is a woman that found out afterwards. She had the stretch marks, right? But I would actually start putting the TrueScience on, even when you first find out you're pregnant and as your belly is growing. Eczema, here you see some examples. Sunburn. So many times people will go out in the sun, and what we hear oftentimes is they went out in the sun and then they come back and they're burnt. And so using the number 2 and the number 4 really helps out. So the toner, the lotion, the toner, and the number 2, and then the moisturizer. And these are results. And just look at the difference. She's a happy girl. And here I have another example. Look at this boy's face. I mean, just literally look at the results that he has had here. Again, he's a happy guy. Burns, a couple more examples. This is one of our friends and business partners, and he had a steam burn. And here you see the results. This is day 622. I don't know if I can move this thing here. Let me see. Oh, but I think it was like, it's hard to tell. I can't move that. I'm sorry. I was trying to get to the other date, but I think it was like 722 or something like that. But literally 622, and you can hardly see the difference here. Here's another person that had a burn here. You see that, again, the results of using the TrueScience on there. A person here with burn, radiation. See the results of before and after. Here's a person that had a grease burn. And so sometimes people are like, well, will this help me with my skin? Well, here's 2008, and then this was 2010, okay, after 6 months. And then here's continual use on TrueScience, and then December 2011, so a year and a half on TrueScience. But this is what the original burn looked like, okay? I know it sounds weird, you guys, but people will, it's really interesting. People will see a result from someplace, and then they'll try it for another application. So here again, NRF2 on the inside, and then literally this person was putting TrueScience on their toenails with fungus. And these are the results you see there. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here real quick, and I'm just going to come back to you. So I hope that this information that I've shared with you this evening has helped to educate you a little bit on our TrueScience skincare. The 4 pieces, I use them all every single day. If you have any questions about the products at all, please ask the person that invited you to take a look at this webinar to give you some more information on the products, or maybe even on pricing. And with that said, thank you so much for joining me this evening, and take care until the next episode. Bye-bye.